Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com, and this will be my top cryptos headed into Tuesday, February 18th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. First off, a couple clarifications. Number one, I'll be using the 4-hour time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 4 hours worth of time. And I like to do this time frame because cryptos are open 24/7. So depending on when you're watching this, the chart may look a little bit different, but by using longer time frames, I can keep this analysis relevant for as long as possible. So just keep that in mind. So first one we're going to take a look at is Bitcoin. And Bitcoin here is right now basically just kind of chopping around, going sideways, but I think there are a couple of key technical levels. So the first level to keep an eye on moving forward, in my opinion at least, going to be that trend line right there. So that'll be the first question that you ask. And let's just say you're watching this video 20 hours after I upload it. Question number one is, where is the price at relative to that trend line? In any way, shape, or form, if you're answering the question that the price is actually up above that red line there, that would be telling you that Bitcoin is doing very, very well, because not only would that imply that the price has worked its way upwards, it would also imply that the price is broken up through there. And the reason why this trend line is important to me is it's helping kind of weed through all the various false hopes, right? Think about all the nice moves right there. Very nice move, but it was below that trend line. Proved to be false. Check out that one. Nice grind, gave it all back. Look at that one. Very nice grind, and now all of a sudden rolling back over. So that's not to say that, another nice move up is going to fail. I'm just saying this is the reason on why I would be skeptical for any sort of movements back upwards, because as of right now, as long as the price is down below that red line, that is proven to just be a dead cat bounce where the price eventually rolls back over. So keep in mind that in terms of the first question to ask yourself. Now, if you're saying, well, Clay, the price is actually still down below the red line there. Next question would be, okay, well, change this to green for support. Next question would be, okay, well, where's the price at relative to this area here at 94,230? And 94,230, very, very important, because it's basically as low as it's gotten here over the past several weeks. So any sort of question with the price down below that area, that's a bearish thing. How bearish of a thing? Well, common sense here, how far down below that level is it? The further down below, that would be the bigger of a bearish breakdown, which therefore means that's more of a bearish situation. But if you're just saying, well, actually, Clay, and let me do this real quick so you can kind of see the overall descending triangle pattern, because that's ultimately what we have around the 4-hour time frame, is a descending triangle pattern. So if you're just saying, well, Clay, actually the price is still somewhere down below that area but up above the green line, well, then you just would still have consolidation within the descending triangle pattern. But yeah, overall, that is what I'm seeing here on Bitcoin. Descending triangle. We'll see if the price can push upwards, but if the price were to roll back over and get a breakdown through that area, I don't think that would necessarily catch anybody off guard either, but that is the current status of Bitcoin. Next one here, taking a look at Ethereum. And Ethereum, somewhat close to Bitcoin, but I think a little different, because in this situation, and let me just map this out here, we basically have a battle that's taking place right now as I speak, and you can see not that long ago, a false breakout of that trend line right here. But the good news here is that Ethereum still very close to that line right there. So again, along the lines of, let's just assume you're watching this video 15, 20 hours after I upload it. Question number one to ask yourself is, where's the price at relative to the red line? If the price is back above it, that is a good thing. How good of a thing? Again, let common sense guide you. How far above that breakout is it? But you do have to be a little leery, because right here, this is always spooky. When things break out and then all of a sudden, poof, it just disappears. So you can get this one right now. This trend line is one of those that apparently likes to play games, likes to play tricks on the bulls, and make it, the bulls think they're breaking out to just drag it right back down. So just keep an eye on that. Even if the price is still maybe right around 2,800, a little bit above, again, that could, to be totally fair, that might be a very genuine breakout. But again, to be fair and objective, you got to keep in mind, due to this movement right here, that maybe that was just some sort of fake breakout that's underway. And then in terms of areas of support, what I really like about this one is you're getting a good solid upwards trend line right there. So green for support. So if you're saying, well, Clay, the price is still down below the red line, okay, that's not the end of the world, as long as you're saying that the price is still above the green line. Now, if you're answering the question that the price all of a sudden down below that green line, well, that's not the best of things. Again, how does it get, how bearish is it? Well, how far down below that level is it? If somehow you're saying the price is down around this 2250 mark, yeah, then that's where things start to get really sketchy. So even a slightly below the green line, like I said, in my opinion, I don't think that's any reason to panic per se. But yeah, if you're just watching this and the price is just blasted down through that green line, that would not be a good situation at all. But as right now, Ethereum has this wedge, and it's just really a question of who is ultimately going to win the battle, because the wedge is running out of room. So it's just going to be a question of who ultimately wins and gets either the breakout or the breakdown. Next one here, taking a look at XRP, and a level immediately stands out to me. Maybe it already does to you, but check out the pink line here. It's on my chart to know it's a very famous 200 period moving average, and this is why it's famous. Look how the price got rejected by it back in early February, and you fast forward here, and again, multiple times, the price has been rejected off of that level, currently valued at 284. Now, I'm not saying the price can never, ever break above the 200 period moving average. I'm just saying that's very clearly the key battleground here moving forward. And that'll just be a question that you'll want to ask. So again, watching this video 15 hours, 20 hours from now, if in any way, shape, or form you're saying, actually, Clay, the price is up above that pink line, that is a very good situation. Even if it's just slightly above that area, that's a very good situation, because that would be telling you that the price is broken out through an area that's been very stubborn. Now, if you're saying, well, actually, Clay, no, I'm watching this video 20 hours from now, price is still down below the pink line. All right, not the end of the world by any stretch, but what I'm noticing here is we have ourselves what I think is an important area of support right there. So as long as you're saying the price is still above that green line, then personally, I don't see any red flags, because in all actuality, that is just still implying that the price is basically in this ascending triangle pattern. So the top of the pattern, I'm not using a trend line for it, just using that 200 period moving average. So if you want to envision that as a trend line for you, then ultimately we have, like I said, well, oof, that was pretty rough. Let's see if I can stay a little closer to the ground. There we go. So we have that uptrending line there. We have the flat top right there. So this would be an ascending triangle pattern, and that's really the best way I would summarize XRP right now is 4-hour time frame. Then you have a bullish ascending triangle. Next one, we're looking at Solana here, and very actually interesting dynamic as I speak. So let me just get this into play right now. We have the price, I think, yeah, as I speak right now, pretty much doing battle with this 176 mark. You can see back through the history of things, this was a former low from back in early February. And very recently, the price has once again come down here to give credit's due. So far, so good. There's been, I'll zoom in here a little bit more, but you can see there's been a nice little green candle that's formed. So that'll certainly be question number one that you need to ask yourself whenever you're watching this video. Where is the price at relative to 176? If you're saying, watching the video 20 hours, 15 hours from now, well, Clay, actually the price is down below here. Again, let's let common sense be our guide. How far down below is it? The further down below, the rougher the situation, the more bearish the situation has become. Because again, this is a very key level where the price not seen this for several weeks. So keep that in mind. Now, if you're saying, actually, Clay, the price is still above that level, okay, that's good. Now, how good? Well, is there any sort of bounce? And if you're saying, yeah, Clay, there has been a bounce, well, the bigger the bounce, the better. And again, bigger the bounce, that's very straightforward. The further up above that green line it is, the bigger their bounce there has been, and the bigger their bounce there has been, the more bullish of a situation it becomes. But anyway, look at it. As of right now, as I record, all eyes definitely going to be on that 176 mark. So those of you that are watching this video hours from now, you're going to have a much better idea of what actually plays out. But as right now, it's seemingly trying to bounce, but with more data and more time, then we'll have a better idea if this actually does bounce, or if this is just going to be kind of a little pause before a bigger break to the downside. So definitely one of these kind of grab your popcorn type moments. Next in here, taking a look at Dogecoin, and really this is just pretty much what we've seen on these other ones here. We have an overarching trend line that really I think is telling the story right now. So it's really just a question of continuing to monitor that. So red for resistance. So again, if you're watching this and you're saying, well, actually, Clay, the price is up above that red line, that is a good thing. That's a very bullish thing. The price has turned itself around, gotten up there, and pushed up through there. So really nothing can complain about at all from the bullish standpoint. And then on the support side of things, the main level that really stands out to me, right down here at this 0.238 area, you can see going through the history of things that provided support, provided support, provided support. So in other words, if you're watching this and you're saying the price is down below that green line, well, that green line is no longer quote unquote providing support, which is a bearish element. Now, my guess is you're probably going to be answering the question that the price is down below the red line and up above here. So at that point, again, like I think it was Bitcoin. Was that the one with the descending triangle pattern? Or was that Ethereum? I can't quite remember. One of them, we had a descending triangle pattern. And I would say that Dogecoin is also in a descending triangle pattern. You do have this down sloping line here, but you do have a flat top right up around here. So it's really just a question of who's ultimately going to win this battle. But a lot of consolidation across the board on these cryptos. Some very well-defined technical levels, though, with which does make things a little bit more straightforward, because when you have well-defined levels, you can get some of those self-fulfilling prophecies, because when a lot of people are watching the same levels and wondering the same thing, while there are no guarantees, it can create bigger movements when certain levels are broken. And in this situation, again, I would say that trend line is one of those bigger areas. So keep an eye on that. But yeah, overall, Dogecoin is hanging in there, got the descending triangle, but it's just a question of, can the price push to the upside? So that wraps up the analysis. If you like what you saw here, then I want to personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering later on in the week. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen, you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description box you can use, or if you're watching right at my website, there's an area on the webpage that you can use to sign up. Like I said, if you enjoyed, then definitely get signed up for the free class, and it'll I'm very confident be of high value to you. If you enjoy these analysis videos, if you would like to see more crypto from me, then you can communicate that by doing a couple easy things. Hit that like button, leave a comment below. And also, if you just want to support the channel in a super free and easy way, please consider hitting that subscribe button, because it really does help out. So thanks for watching, and make sure you get signed up for the free training.